My name is Marcus Hale. I'm 32 years old, and money does not protect you from family conflict. I learned that the hard way. I started working at 18. I left college and built a business from nothing. My parents thought I had ruined my life. They were at the kitchen table when I told them. My mother stirred her coffee and said I was throwing everything away. My father nodded without looking up. To them, success had one shape: degrees, titles, careers they could explain. Anything else felt embarrassing. They had already chosen success story. It wasn't me. That was my sister, Vanessa, a corporate attorney in Atlanta. Polished, controlled, respected. She had the perfect resume, the perfect image. My parents spoke about her with pride. And then there was me, the example they warned others about. What they didn't know was that I had already started a business. Quiet, small, growing. I never told them. Explaining myself only brought ridicule. At dinners, my father asked if I was still doing that internet thing. Vanessa suggested something more stable. I stopped defending myself. Not from doubt, from focus. Building something real takes everything. I wasn't wasting energy on people who had already decided. By 27, I owned my home. By 30, my companies made millions. They never knew. To them, I was still the irresponsible son. So I let them believe it. I smiled through dinner. Then I went home to my real life. The breaking point came on a rainy Thursday in Decatur, Georgia. My mother asked me to stop by. When I arrived, the room felt wrong. My father paced. Vanessa watched from the couch. My father said my name like an accusation. Said I was wasting my life. Called my work nonsense. He told me to leave. Said they were cutting me off. Said the streets might teach me. The rain hit the windows. No one spoke. Vanessa sipped her wine. I stood up, picked up my jacket, and said, "Okay." I didn't argue. I didn't beg. I walked out. In my car, I caught my reflection. I wasn't angry. I was almost amused, because I knew something they didn't, and I knew it wouldn't stay hidden long. The first week passed in silence. No calls. No messages. I worked from my penthouse overlooking downtown Atlanta. Floor-to-ceiling windows. By week 2, rumors started. My mother said I was homeless. Vanessa said I had failed. They weren't worried. They were rewriting my story. My cousin Darius checked on me. He told me what he heard. Vanessa joked I'd fetch coffee someday. I stared at my phone. Something inside me hardened. In week 3, I drove past their house. Sunday dinner. Laughter through the window. They were celebrating, using my absence as proof. 2 days later, my mother called, asked for help moving furniture. Said I had time. That's when it hit me. They truly believed I'd fail. So I let them. Week 4 brought the email. Unusual bank activity. 2 large withdrawals. My mother had taken the money. Later, I learned why. Vanessa bought a luxury SUV. That night, I watched them celebrate. With my money, that was the moment. The last thread snapped. I didn't confront them. I prepared. I locked down everything. Accounts, assets, access. I hired professionals. I gathered information. And I waited. Because when the truth came out, I didn't want noise. I wanted precision. And I wanted it to be irreversible. The shift didn't happen all at once. It started quietly. Whispers instead of laughter. Someone spotted me at a private investor dinner in New York. Another mentioned my name during a merger call. The story my family told began to crack. My mother asked my cousin Darius if I had gotten lucky. Vanessa asked friends if I was pretending. Doubt replaced certainty. Then the magazine dropped. Monday morning. Nationwide release. My face on the cover. Calm, unbothered, successful. The headline wasn't flashy. It was worse than that. It was factual. A self-made founder, multiple companies, quietly dominating emerging markets. My phone exploded. Old contacts, new numbers, family included. My mother texted first. She said she was proud, like pride was something she could borrow. I didn't reply. 2 weeks later, my father's investment collapsed. The development company defaulted. The bank moved fast. The property transferred ownership. Clean paperwork. No drama. By the time he realized what happened, it was done. I now own the project he had bet everything on. 3 days later, I invited them to dinner. Downtown Atlanta. High-end. Neutral ground. They arrived smiling. My mother hugged me. My father shook my hand. Vanessa complimented my suit, said it looked expensive. She was right. Halfway through the meal, I slid a folder across the table. No speech. No build-up. My father opened it. His hand started to shake. He stopped chewing. My mother asked what it was. I let him answer. He couldn't. I told him calmly. The property belonged to me now. Every inch of it. Silence hit the table. Heavy. Unavoidable. My mother asked how I could do this. I reminded her the withdrawals, the lies, the jokes. I said I learned from them. Say nothing. Move quietly. Vanessa tried to speak. I raised my hand. She stopped. I paid the bill. Stood up. Adjusted my jacket. I told them the workers would keep their jobs. Families would still move in. The project would survive. Just not them. I walked out first. For once, no one followed. 3 days later, Darius called. His voice was low. I think your parents are losing it, he said. They haven't left the house. Mom's been calling everyone she knows. Everyone knows you own the property now. Vanessa started downsizing quietly. The luxury SUV was gone. Her condo? She had to refinance. The gossip spread faster than I expected. The family circle knew. Neighbors whispered. Friends stared. My parents tried twice to reach me. A text from my mother. Can we talk? We're still family. A voicemail from my father. We need to find a way forward. I ignored them. Not from anger. From clarity. Months passed. The development project turned a profit. Families moved in. Children played in the streets. I drove by once. Watched them settle. I smiled quietly. I never saw my parents again. Not at dinner. Not at events. Not even by accident. The last message from my mother said, "You've changed." She was wrong. I hadn't changed. I had stopped playing the role they assigned me. Standing on my balcony, looking over Atlanta, I realized the real victory wasn't the money. It wasn't the property. It was freedom, autonomy, peace. And once, just to myself, I whispered, I didn't live in the streets. I bought the whole block.